We Love Sports here. I just have a question on, you talked about anticipation and preparation. When it comes to NIL, when it comes to that, what tools did you use to educate yourself to be able to have those fruitful conversations with your guys and letting them know, like, we're going to be pro style. You're not going to come in here and talk about, X amount of dollars. What kind of tools or how do you educate yourself on that?
Yeah, the social equity that I've been afforded, being a part of starting an organization that helps coaches develop to become head coaches, has afforded me to be able to pick up the phone and call guys like Rick Smith, whose son Robert Smith played here. Rick was a longtime vice president of football, GM over there with the Houston Texans. Rick has been on speed dial for me. Being able to talk to the GM Greer down in Miami. He was on the board of my foundation I created. He's one of those guys that when I had questions, I picked up the phone and said, how did you manage your players? We started playing and practicing with the salary cap 4 years ago when COVID hit, and I kind of anticipated that this is where we would go. I got their salary cap. You had Brian Griffin here and then Gerald Dixon, who's going to be back here, both with NFL experience, brought their caps in and educated me on how the cap worked. How, the starting quarterback in the NFL, if he's a high-level quarterback, he's going to get close to 18% of the total cap. Hence why you see $50 million quarterbacks. And understanding that, to me, I've always used the ability to educate myself, make mistakes, learn, fail, grow. I mean, those are the building blocks for winning championships. And to me, I utilize the social equity of people I know in the business, being able to pick up the phone and talk to people like those guys. Chris Greer, couldn't remember his name, I'm getting old, but between Chris and Rick and even talking to Mike T up at Pittsburgh and how they manage these caps. And then even when you come to the locker room, a couple of years ago, there have been a lot of teams that face what I faced. Most haven't come out publicly to say what I said, but you see it across the college landscape of teams that have had tough years and then bounced back pretty quickly once they've kind of navigated what this new landscape brought to our locker room a year ago. Thank you very much, guys.